You need some more ice?
Shrub, do you have nieces and nephews?
Yeah, I think so.
And ballpark me on their ages.
What's that?
Ballpark me on their ages. How old are they?
I think I have one that's 3-ish,
Okay.
and the other one that's 5-ish.
Shrub, you want to talk about this guy? This guy. The video doesn't really. But do you want to talk about this guy outside
It's
your
been
apartment?
weird. It's been a weird couple of days. Like,
Shrub
I don't
lives
know
on this intersection.
what planet we're in retrograde.
I think there was 5 planets in retrograde.
I think there's 5 planets.
There was.
I think they went back.
That's what
I
that
mean,
means.
isn't that what retro means?
Retrograde means they went back. Yeah.
They went back a grade.
Yeah.
And I think that's happened because, like, for the past couple of days, things have been effed up.
My Spotify got hacked.
Your Spotify got hacked.
By far my weakest password.
Kate's
Like the weakest password.
car got broken into.
Whoa.
Wow.
And my car keys, that didn't have Kate's car key on it, were in it. We walked on the beach, left the keys, my keys, because I didn't want to carry them because I only have 2 pockets. I didn't want to, so I kept my keys in Kate's car, came back, opened up the door, and Kate was like, "You must have lost your keys." And I go, "I must have lost my keys because I lose things. I lost my keys." But then when I went to the gym this morning, they said, "Oh, somebody tried to use your LA Fitness membership yesterday, but got rejected," which made me feel like the guy was like, "Excuse me, I would like to use my membership to get inside your gym." And I went, "Okay, let me take this. Beep. Wait a minute, this isn't you." And they went, "Fuck," and then ran into the gym and was like, Sir, you have to go. No. He was trying to, like, work out, and they were just dragging him out. He's like, no.
I was trying to figure out what. He's rowing.
It's me.
Sir, that's not a boat. We're still there.
Sir, get out of here. You put that weight down. Put those weights down. No.
I was trying to figure out the most damage someone could do by hacking my Spotify account. They're sitting on for a week, and I was like, I think actually the only thing will be a net positive because I think Spotify will be like, "Oh, you listen to Tori Amos and Marshmello? You should come to this VIP party."
Hilarious. Is that all that happened to you, or is there more?
Well, hey guys. I hacked Dan's Spotify last week.
What?
No.
I was shooting you a look because I did that bit in a text message with you. I was shooting you the comedian's look of like, well, that didn't work. Because I thought we were being really funny in my text message conversation with Spencer about how my Spotify account got hacked. All right, continue.
It went over better on the text
My
message.
trunk got broken. Unrelated. My trunk got broken.
How do you know it's unrelated?
Because it wasn't related. I mean, it's related that we were in the same grade that was retroactive. And it was a vehicle, but my trunk got broken. And at the car wash man said, "Oh, I can glue that for you." And I go, "You broke my trunk." And he goes, "Oh, this brand of car always get broken." I go, "But it wasn't."
And then he said, "Why are you coughing? Are you okay, sir? I'll glue the trunk
Where did
for
you and Jeff go to punish me for?
No, wait, listen. And the guy goes, "No, I can fix it. And I'm going, "Well, somebody better fix it because it wasn't broke when I came here, and now it's broke." And he goes, I can glue it, please." And so,
Yeah, important line. You don't have to look at you.
so I'm sitting there.
Is that problematic? Is this character problematic?
Out in the heat while this man is gluing my trunk together. And I'm like, "What kind of glue are you using?" because it's hot outside. I don't know if it'll affect it. Let me look at the package. And I put on my glasses and I'm reading it. I'm just turned into my mother.
Yeah.
What kind of glue are you using? Well, if you keep screwing around and screwing around, of course it's gonna break. You screw around and you screw around and you screw around and you broke the trunk. And now you're gonna glue it with this Gorilla Glue. Well, I hope it works, or you'll be seeing me at 9 o'clock tomorrow.
But give us a snapshot of this
AM.
guy. Rob lives on this intersection in Los Angeles.
Don't say the address.
I will.
I said the second most populated city in the United States. Also, his gym membership username is
Robert
Hot
Scrab.
Robot. It's every, you've been living there forever, and it's like this intersection where clearly, like,
It needs a stop sign.
the government has decided that putting
It
a stop
needs a
sign there creates a, like, they looked at it from a bird's eye, like, well, if you put a stop sign there, the city will shut down. It will. It's like putting a clot in a thing. And they're like, well, how many car accidents are there?
8 a day.
The most ever? Like,
8
okay, but
a
per
day.
year, like, so on average, like, they look at the whole circulatory system of the city and they're like, so keep letting there be car accidents and let the insurance companies pay. Because unlike a stop sign, those only happen once in a while. But it is the most...
So I'm replying to my emails. And I'm replying, and I'm replying, and I'm replying, and all of a sudden I hear...
Michael Winslow was outside your door.
He's now a UPS man.
3 seconds later, I hear... And Kate's like, Jesus fucking Christ, what did you do? And I'm like, I'm just replying to emails.
Which ones did you reply to?
What are you talking about?
The ones that say do not reply?
Yeah.
They say do not reply.
Like, I got enough shit going on with Mercury doing whatever it's fucking doing up in the sky, breaking my trunk, stealing your car keys. I got enough shit to work out. Well, let's investigate. Let's look outside the window. We see a 3-car piled up, shrapnel everywhere. And we see an Armenian woman going, oh my goodness, well, going back and forth. And this other guy going, oh my God, you ruined my life. You ruined my life. I had this car for 3 days. I can't make a living without my car, and you ruined my life. You ruined my life. Cut to 3 hours later. Oh my God, you ruined my life. You ruined my life.
When you first told me, you said,
I can't make a living without my car. You ruined my life.
And I was like, oh God, like, what if he was like a marathon runner and his leg was broken or anything? Like, he's a pianist and his fingers are shattered.
His pianist got hurt.
Like, if he was Doctor Strange and his knuckles needed voodoo magic to...
I don't think Doctor Strange was strange enough. I know you worked on the movie.
Look, I didn't...
He seemed pretty normal. He was like...
Believe me, I was brought in there...
Excuse me, pardon me.
That is exactly...
How are you, sir? I was thinking he would be like doing some Howie Mandel shit, putting the glove on his head, going...
I know you're doing a bit, but I actually consider that my job. I was like, in the sequence where he's like,
you're acting
why don't
very
you have, like,
strange,
a Doctor
Doctor.
Strange from Austin, like, come in, and he's like, hey, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why are you from Austin? I don't know. And they would, like, you know, do some, I thought I was in there because I was, like, the Rick and Morty guy. Like, it's Doctor Strange.
You are.
Anyways. Doesn't matter now. God, would never have to. No,
So you were, like, saying... He comes in wearing green pants and a orange T-shirt.
Come on. All right. Can we not get sidetracked by this?
with two big foam hands
But you
that
said
say
that the
number
guy-
one on it.
You said you
And
heard
he's
a crash.
Hello.
You said you heard a crash.
Hello. The doctor is strange. He ain't in.
I was like, look, one of these days this guy is going to meet Tony Stark. How are we going to know the difference between them? The answer has to be that they have different
The
motivations.
amount of strangeness.
All right. All right.
Tony's
so,
got the weird sideburns. Doctor Strange has the cape.
So you said you heard a crash.
Crash.
And then you hear a
Oh
guy
my
going, "Oh my God, you ruined my life!"
Wow.
And I'm thinking, "Oh my God, can you imagine like all the permutations about like if you were a ballerina and like your ankles are sprained or whatever? It's like the slightest like physical thing, like somebody or like an actor even.
Clearly he
as
was
much as
an
we don't
actor.
like beautiful people, like what your face gets sliced by your thing or your nose gets broken." And I was like, oh, God, I wonder what that was. But then the guy was out there for 3 hours, and he was out there so long yelling about how his life was ruined that it became very clear that his life was not ruined because he had the ability to stand outside and yell about how his life was ruined, and he went into great detail. But I was really focused on his car. It's like, I can't make money if I don't have my car. If my car can't make money, I can't make payments on my car. So it's like over time, you're like, It sounds like you're doing pretty good. Like I don't think you were on your way to like a Forbes meeting.
The poor lady that was being yelled at by this man, who already felt bad, is being yelled at. The tow truck picks up her car first and leaves the guy, and he's like, "Goodbye, thanks for ruining my life." I don't have anybody to pick me up. I don't have any friends.
Well, at least he has an audience.
I wonder why.
Which is his worst nightmare.
You seem pretty
I'm
reasonable.
sure the guy was having a bad day. I'm sure it wasn't his fault.
I'd love to see like that guy, the rest of that guy's life. He might just be like, "Hold on, hey guys, I just am getting a new car. It's so exciting. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna be able to make all this money with my car, guys."
That's exactly what I said. Yeah.
I'll
the
take
20 seconds
the
before the run, he's like driving. It's like, I'm so happy.
French.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thanks, boy. I'm gonna make so much money because of this car.
how big
It's a
my
stepping stone to a
steering
greater
wheel
life.
is.
I'm so grateful for it. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah, not a fucking chance. And I don't say that. I don't say that like he deserved it. What the
Order
fuck?
in the court. Order in the
Jesus.
court. The defendant will please rise. Yes, Your Honor. Did you, madam, run into this poor man's car? Yes, I did. Okay, you may sit down. And now, let's talk to the other guy. Sir, will you please state your case? Oh! He ruined my life! He ruined my life! He ruined my life! And I can't make a living!
Your Honor, if I could read the tape back for just a moment.
Brenda, sorry.
I have to
I'm
admit,
sorry, Brandon. Why did I apply a
okay.
gender to your occupation? I'm part of the problem.
I'm a temp, but I look like the other one.
So I'm racist too.
No, you're fine, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen,
If I could just read back, you're ruining my life, you're ruining my life. You're ruining my life, you're ruining my life.
ruining his life, ladies and gentlemen.
Excuse
I think
me,
it's
sir, Mr. Kensington, you are not
of the
in charge.
pleas
I'm talking to
of
Brandon.
the jury. If I could please,
Sir, I will hold you in contempt of court.
I am not a lawyer.
I know,
am
sir.
not a part of this. I just want to use the gym membership because I have a problem with my back right now, and if I could I'm just gonna lift these weights.
Oh no! God damn it! That's the oldest scam of the book. How does the court keep?
Sir, you're gonna have to put those pounds back on before you leave. Take these Cheetos. No. Can I leave now? Can I leave now that I'm fat and gross again?
But
Yes.
I will try because you sent me the video. I don't we promised nothing, but I'll try. Maybe we can hear this guy because this is Rob's wife recording it from the apartment through
Kate.
the glass.
Her name is Kate.
Okay.
I don't.
Kate. You married us.
Well, then she's my wife too, so I can dehumanize her as much as I want.
It looks like somebody's Mormon.
Yeah. Okay, so
Everybody, quiet.
yeah, he's not talking.
Hi! Thanks for ruining my fucking life! I don't get a ride! Nobody gives me a ride!
I mean, he was saying that so much that you were able to hear it, and then someone got out their phone at some point. Like, yeah, I mean, he was saying it for a long time.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, in the video, he's hopping around. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah,
It's
he
like
jumps.
it's okay to make fun of his tragedy, not because he deserves to have misfortune, but because he's fine physically. Like, in all the ways that his mishap could hurt him permanently, he's fine, and he's jumping up and down, yelling, "My life is ruined."
I run out of steam pretty quickly. You know this. Like I'm like, if I show up at a public place, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm done. All right, goodbye. Lift, goodbye. You'll never see me again. So, but this guy for 3 hours screaming at the top of his lungs. You ruined my life. You ruined my life. The commitment. I was jealous.
I was that guy. I'm this guy.
I know.
But he just.
I'm not. I get tired.
I know. I don't. I mean, I could be. I would have been this guy. I have doubled down. Like I had.
I don't think you're that guy. I've never seen you like
that. When
that.
I was 30 years old and shit would befall me, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I would you could wind me up, and I would be in the Glendale Galleria, like making a set, like I would have this thing.
When were you ever like that?
Well, you would never see it except like once in a while. It was like, but if a telemarketer called me, why is my phone ringing? I would like enter the exchange like why is this happening to me? Like I was Christ, you know? What's with this ripple in my perfect world that my father created? You know, like hello, Mr. Harmon. This is a courtesy call. Who are you? And why are you calling me? You know, it's just like you just get this righteousness about you. Like, I don't know. When I was like 30, I was like, are you well, still, yeah, I'm not I don't mean to imply that I'm mellow and zen now, but like I just got filled with enough fat that I was like, I'm tired. Like this piggy needs to roll over and die.
I think being in the arts, when you're super creative and you have some language and you know how to fucking act a little bit, you are the worst person. You're the worst person to run into when it comes to shit like that.
But I think outrage is help. Like I actually don't want to see less people be so fucking like unfamiliar with bullshit that they're outraged. I don't like we talk about outrage culture and like we want to like dissolve it like a wart with nitrous or what was it shit that they would burn your warts away with?
Liquid nitrogen.
Liquid nitrogen. I don't think that's totally
acid.
I think outrage is great. I think it's amazing for somebody to wake up one morning and be like, you know what? I haven't been treated like a fucking human being today. Let alone the princess or the prince that I am, or the fucking king, or the and to like enter every exchange that you have with an expectation that is like fucking like, because what's the alternative to that? To like take your cues from a society that thinks you're a piece of shit, like how you should be treated. Some people have to invert that shit, and sometimes that takes the form of a tantrum, you know? Like some people would be like, you know what? I woke up this morning and I'm like, why am I not being treated like a fucking human being?
Take your fucking keys!
How come I can't unlock every door that I walk towards?
But sort of like that situation where you pop off.
And I think that's a I think that guy just had to take a giant shit. I don't know. I'm trying to run through. Well, what could have made that guy mad? That's literally. I was literally advocating for specifically him if he was leaving because he was mad.
No, he had to take a shit.
I think it's okay to get mad. Fuck this. I think it's okay to pop off now and then and be a fucking poser, fucking crazy, hypocritical, fucking punk rock activist. Well, fuck you.
There is something about living in when you live in Los Angeles, people tend to get out of their cars and rant at you more than other cities. And
Why is it? Is it the heat?
Well, it could be also, though, remember, Los Angeles is like a beautiful city to walk into traffic in. Like, Los Angeles is very kind to the fucking pedestrian. You step into the street coming out of JFK and, like, you get a very harsh reminder of, like, oh, shit, it's legal to kill me here. Like they're aiming for me.
Yeah.
And that makes New York run. But L.A., like everyone's coming from different countries and all this shit, but we somehow get it pounded into us that if somebody steps into the street, even if they're drunk and wandering in, like it's on you if you hit them.
Yeah.
So that could create tension for a almost New York-sized city where like everyone's got to get somewhere, and it's like, fuck, everything's on me if I make a mistake. Like that could create like fucking, I don't know.
It could ruin your life. Ruin your life.
The other thing I think is like if a guy is screaming, this ruined my life. If a car accident ruined your life, the first thing I'm thinking, if I'm overhearing that, is uninsured. Which he has my support because it's like, why? Like I would be screaming on the sidewalk, like, why the fuck is it mandatory for me to have a fuck? Like if somebody hit me and I was uninsured for a week because I was between jobs and all that shit, that would fucking send me over.
I think the dude was just being real big, honestly, because I think if you're fucked, you're really quiet. When shit pops off, that makes your life really end.
But also, if it was super
like,
his fault, I think he'd be like. I think it's like, look, it could be the other driver's fault. Don't you think that would send him over more? Because he's like, I did nothing wrong, but I was like, I'm gonna go to the Gap. And like they told me they told me you can't drive uninsured and all this shit. Like he took his little canoe out into the canal. I was like, I'm gonna catch some fish. I'm gonna come back with them. I'm gonna make my village proud. And for that to be taken away from him because somebody like went and it was their fault. Technically, it's his fault.
It wasn't his. But the woman ran into him. He got sandwiched between two cars.
So then
he got the worst of it.
So then I understand the outrage. I don't like. I just get it. Like I just like if you're
people kept yelling at him, going, "Insurance! She's got insurance!
Right?
Insurance!"
And he's like, you can't get insurance unless you sell enough pizzas, and I can't sell pizzas unless people like me, and no one likes me because I don't have a car. and I understand that, I do, and I will vote for him when he runs for, because he's, I don't know if that anger goes somewhere. I get it.
It went into my ears. Well, I'm trying to reply to my emails, and I'm hearing this. Outside, it was distracting.
But that's
I had to make fun of it.
That's what we're talking about. Homo sapiens versus Neanderthals. Neanderthals would be like, wait, someone's life is ruined.
Did you say homeless sapiens?
Homo sapiens. Homo Neanderthalis. Homo sapiens are the only species capable of going, oh, there's a guy, I hear a guy screaming, my life is ruined. Sounds like a job for the mythical thing I've constructed in my head called the DMV, the state of California, the rule of law, the responsibility, Barack Obama, I don't know, Univision, I don't know. Like you have all these constructs in your head, and you're like, I would do more harm than good if I even go to the window and look out of it. But if you were in a tribe of 150 people, and you were like, you heard one of your best friends going, my life is ruined, you'd be like, well, it's the shitty part of me that's gonna sleep in, but we are capable of creating cultures where we're like, it's actually a pretty good job today. Heard a guy screaming, my life is ruined, didn't run to the window to take a picture. I'm doing pretty good today. Like we kind of pat ourselves on the back for a little bit of numbness because that's how you get through. Oh, a plane goes down with 300 of your fellow species, and you don't.
I don't know. Are you on my side or not? Are you?
Nothing happened
What are you
to you.
doing? What?
I'm on your side. Nothing happened to you.
You're saying, well, 300 people died in a plane crash, and you're taking pictures of this.
No, I didn't.
He just did an Elizabeth Smart version of you.
I think it's good that you. They're so happy. That guy would be so happy if you could put him in a chamber that sucked all of his misfortune out, and then you told him, someone recorded you screaming, "My life is ruined, goodbye," and 150 people. Well, it's still some 120. All right, guys. I get it. It's downtown. It's Monday. Whatever. But if you could separate his consciousness, he would go like, "Oh, that's cool. That like my tragedy like made these people happy for a second because they weren't like, what an animal. He should be stuck with a spear until he dies."
Although I will say maybe that dude deserved it.
That's another huge thing that this Sapiens guy talks about. That's why everybody needs to read this book. He talks about gossip.
Here's the thing: is like this woman who it was her fault. She even said, "It's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault." Was sitting there. She was like being screamed at by this guy. Everybody in the neighborhood was huddled around her, like, are you okay? Do you need a like this guy was going, "Oh, nobody's caring about me." Like he probably had a neck injury. He got hit really hard. His car was total.
It might have triggered some loss for that dude, obviously.
Yeah,
because he really.
Well, it sounds like it ruined his life.
Well, I'm just
we
like
can
saying,
take him at his word.
Yeah.
People kept saying, "Calm down," and people kept avoiding him because he just was.
Right.
He was at a 10 and stayed there and never.
Which always makes you feel great. Yeah, every primate knows that.
At no point he went. At one point, I heard him like talking quietly, and I went, "Oh, okay. Well, this is the part where he goes, okay." Blew up to there. I'm really sorry, but I just whatever. If we could exchange our insurance information, I think but no, he was like going, "Just say you're sorry. Just say you're sorry. Just say you're sorry. You ruined my life." He was just saying it quieter.
Yeah.
He was just getting like enough energy back to scream at her as he was driving home to her family and home and warm bed.
Well, that doesn't.
Oatmeal.
Yeah, not that I was on his side, but just say you're sorry. It's like well.
He was screaming.
There's no. It's like, what does sorry mean to you? Yeah. Whatever. He's 20. I think he's so lucky he's not decapitated. That's all I can say.
Well, I think you were like saying when you really are fucked, you just sit there going, shit. You don't
it's
like
terrible.
scream.
Like, a fender bender, and you're like, you don't know what the fuck. Like, what do you do? Like, no one tells you. They tell you in driver's ed class and whatever. But like, come on. Like you, even it's just a slight tap in Milwaukee. Like the roads are icy for 9 months of the year, and it's like through no fault of your own. You just like, boom. You tap someone's bumper, and it's really up to both of you collectively whether or not all of a sudden. Pull over and exchange the information. You just feel like no one leaves their house prepared for that. It's crazy.
And here's the thing: there was a third person involved with this accident. So everybody was huddled around the woman who it was her fault. Everybody was avoiding like the plague. The guy screaming up and down. And here's this guy that's just kind of okay. I guess
so that's the third guy?
Yeah,
that's
he's
me.
just like, okay,
that's who I
all
identify
right.
as.
That's Homo habilis.
Yeah, it's like, I'm over here too.
All right, I guess squeaky wheel gets
I guess I'll get...
All right.
That's everybody in this audience.
Okay.
That's all of us, right?
Yeah. That would have been me going.
Okay, well, if you tell me I'm a bad person, I'll be happy to be ashamed of myself. I'll take my cues from you. I didn't get out of bed to not fuck around with society. At the same time, I will draw a line. We don't know where it is, but I will draw it.
Yeah, I got 12 people that'll pick me up right now, but I don't know. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, well, prayers out to every single person in that accident. It sounds like everybody got away. I like god damn, like that expression of like it could be worse. Like it always feels like a terrible thing to take solace in. Like if you're in a bad situation.
Silver linings do not help you. You know, well, at least you didn't lose a foot. Fuck off.
But
man.
I gotta say,
lose a foot.
Elizabeth Smart fucking like she sold me on the it could be worse philosophy.
Give me a for instance.
Ruining my show.
Elizabeth Smart like broke it down to game theory about it could be worse because she was like, look, I'll tell you what, I got, you know, look, I don't want to use harsh language and like because it'll sound like I'm making light because like whatever, but this girl was through the worst year of a 14-year-old girl's life that aside from getting murdered afterward you could ever be through, and so she recaps it. She has this like sort of bon vivant style of like kind of like it's like she checks it off like she's like this is what happened to me and this is what happened to me and this is what happened to me. And you know what? Every single time something bad started happening to me, I kept thinking, well, it can never get any worse than this. And every time I thought that, it kept getting fucking worse. And so I started to learn after a while, it can get worse than this. And that's when it started to get better. Yeah. And I was like, all right, I got, like, that's like she was like, I hacked the spiritual system. she was like, well, I've gotten to a place where it's sort of, but the other half of you goes, yeah, but that's how we're all conditioned by things like organized religion to suffer abuse. You know, like, it's a very fascinating.
It's also a bit of a survival skill, though. I won't trash it too much. It's not conditioning. It literally is the thing that keeps us.
And it makes us different. Like the Homo sapiens, like we're able to believe in shit that isn't real. But the important asterisk on that is that real doesn't matter because once you get like the species, we make the unreal real. So corporations, they're just real. Like if Disney's a corporation, like, and everyone believes that Disney's a corporation, which it is, even though that doesn't mean anything. Walt Disney isn't alive. There isn't anything. Like Disney's just a belief. It exists of like a bunch of like.
It's like a tribe.
Scriptures that you have on record and things. But ultimately, like, hey, well, you know, it like several thousand people, like, oh, I got fired today. I don't know why. It's like because this belief in the system, like, the belief matters. The belief in the dollar, the belief in your taxes, the belief that you are a citizen of a country, like it's almost an understatement to say that, oh, so much of our life is based on these like fabrications that have nothing to do with reality, because that would be the most, when you really think about it, it's like, well, what did you do today? What governed your life today that had anything to do with biological reality? You took a shit. You sneezed. Like everything that had anything that you culturally like registered, anything that would actually meant anything to you, your self-esteem, like most importantly, like whether or not you think you're a good person, like it all had to do with like fucking crazy like shit that doesn't exist. But it does exist. I don't think the important thing is for us to realize it doesn't exist, because I think that's what a raccoon would do. That's why a raccoon keeps going through your garbage no matter how many times you tell it it's against the law. And the raccoon will just look at you and go, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't make the raccoon a hero or a villain. It just like it means the raccoon
makes it
might
a
die.
raccoon.
But the truth for that raccoon is that if it doesn't stop fucking with the wrong person's garbage, it's going to die because of a belief system that human has like decided on. Like, okay, it's okay for me to poison you because the city of whatever I live in doesn't care, and it's
Nevada.
Nevada's fine. It's